Sports Network. Bases loaded now for the Diplomats. 1 out away here for the Garnet. Swinging at that pitch, the first one into shallow right field. Underneath is Liu. He'll throw home to stop the runner. Great play from A.J. Liu. That was Justin Kaveen at the plate. Bases still loaded. 2 outs. Apologies for that. Those technical difficulties. Had a little bit of trouble getting audio on the stream, but we should be back now here in the Garnet Sports Network in the top of the first. Weekly hit, dribbles up the first base line, and that was Reed Williams as he's thrown out by first. So Garnet get out of the inning without surrendering a run. They'll head to the bottom of the first here. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. I'm joined on the broadcast by Aiden Miller.
How you doing, Roy?
What did you see from that first inning? Sorry, I didn't give you a chance to share your thoughts in real time, but
No, not at all. No worries. Yeah, it was a great way to battle by Charles Groppe, the sophomore right-hander, to get out of that tough spot. But now we got to score. Got the bottom half up. Leading off A.J. Liu, number 28, phenomenal freshman. Made a good play out there and right.
Absolutely. Trying to get the rhythm back here after missing that first inning. On the mound, we've got Jonathan Cole for the Diplomats. Cole with a 3.27 ERA this season. He's 2-2, pitched 33 innings. That's second on the team for F&M. I imagine we'll see Mike Androkonis in Game 2. Androkonis, somewhat of an ace for the Diplomats. He's 4-1 with a 2.27 ERA, leading the team with 43.2 innings, 11 earned runs, 16 runs. But for now, Swarthmore will go to work against Jonathan Cole. The Garnet offense has definitely turned it up as of late. They've had double-digits hits in 6 of their last 7 games. They had, I believe, 11 yesterday in that loss to Muhlenberg, including a 2-run home run by Wesley Fishburne, his second of the year. So offense really hasn't been a problem for the Garnet. I think the pitching and some of the defense need to shore up a little bit. But the bats have come alive for the Garnet, and as we head into the conference portion of the season, which is what you always want to see from a young team.
For sure, Roy. Yeah, no, the bats have been hot as of late. A lot by the freshmen have really been pulling their weight. But you're right, it's about that pitching, and it's good to see Groppe getting through that first inning. He's been had a little bit of struggles last week against Hopkins. Dickinson rather, excuse me. But had a little tough spot there. Came out to a little bit of a slow start again today, but good to see they got out of that first. But now we got another one of those freshmen that we were talking about, A.J. Liu, who's been really swinging a hot bat lately and ready to get the Garnet offense going.
So we'll set the defense for you here at Clothier Field. In left is Tyler Daly. In center is Corey Hecht. Out in right is Kengo Kawahara for the Diplomats. At third is Casey Bulick. Short is Justin Kaveen. At second, Reed Williams, as that one goes in for a called strike on Liu. Count 0-1. And first base is David Akabuchi. The designated hitter, Jimmy Whalen, and behind the plate is Danny Blugis. That one hit back hard toward Cole. Single up the middle on A.J. Liu to get things started here.
A tough pitch to handle there by Liu. A nice hard inside fastball from Cole there, but Liu turned it right back around up the middle, got a good barrel on it. We got the leadoff runner on.
And we'll see what Levitt can do, try to get him around. This top middle part of the Garnet lineup has been very strong against Muhlenberg, providing a lot of those runs as Levitt bunts it. It's scooped up and thrown over to first by number 1, Casey Bulick, and that will go down as a sack bunt. 5-3 as Liu advances to second for the man himself, Wes Fishburne. Fishburne hit a home run yesterday, and A.J. Liu was on base for that one, scored 2 runs, made it 8-5 against Muhlenberg. That was in the 8th inning. Fishburne had a limited experience so far this year coming back from injury, but he's hitting .467 in 8 games. That one off the glove. Fishburne motioning Lou to go to third after a little bit of hesitation, and that's a good call as he slides in safely. Swarthmore threatening to put one on the board. That one went off the mitt of Blugis. A little bit high, though. Not sure how that will be scored. Pass ball.
I don't know. I think that'd be a wild pitch, Roy.
Think that'd be a wild pitch?
I don't know. I mean, that curveball, which is always coming back down, of course, but still the fact that it was that far away, I think that might be a wild pitch.
And Fishburne ropes that one over the second baseman for a run, and the Garnet offense keeps on churning.
Doesn't get much better than that, Roy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you got your leadoff hitter. He gets into scoring position off a sac bunt, gets to third on a pass ball wild pitch situation, and then singled in by Fishburne.
Yeah, no, also I just want to just remind you of Charlie Levitt with a good sac bunt there. Really well done. Tough pitch. Put it back on the floor, on the carpet, moving him into scoring position. That's, Midkiff's offense at work there, huh?
A little bit of small ball to start things off. And we have another threatening hitter here. Guy who could do a lot of damage. Connor Elliott went 4 for 5 yesterday. He's hitting .367, slugging .531 for Swarthmore this year.
He's really been hot from the get-go, Roy.
From the get-go, absolutely.
Starting down in Florida, really has not looked back. Sort of just cemented his spot in that 4-hole.
And he fouls off the first pitch for an 0-1 count. Swarthmore on the board early. That is absolutely what they need. Swing and a miss. Big hack by Elliott. It's what Swarthmore needs. The games that they've won, it's because they've come out to strong starts. We saw that earlier in the week against Washington. 4 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second. Saw that a week before. That was the Washington game I was referring to. I met Muhlenberg when they won 10-0. They scored 7 runs in the first 2 innings. Against DeSales a couple weeks ago, they scored 4 in the first inning. So sensing a bit of a trend here. That one high. Taken for a ball, 1-2.
Cole's been leaving a lot of pitches up. Early on this inning, the Garnet have absolutely capitalized on it. But again, there's another, fastball he's trying to bury at the knees and leaving up, missing by a pretty considerable margin there. Another look over at Fishburne at first base, an obvious stolen base threat there. Despite his injury, he's been, hasn't really slowed down at all, obviously with the bat, but as well willing to take off if Cole starts to ignore him a little bit.
And that's another pickoff attempt. Happy tax day to everybody out there. Did you pay your income taxes this year, Aiden?
I'm getting on it. It's a long day. I've got a little more time.
That one well outside. That will allow Fishburne to advance to second.
That breaking pitch is really not been sharp at all. I guess an understatement for Cole today. Throwing that one behind Fishburne. He left that one earlier. That wild pitch that moved Lou to third base was another breaking ball that he left very high and in. So, trying to calm him down right now, see if he can get that release point set. Elliott, though, not really a hitter that you want to be making too many mistakes to, though.
No, yeah, you don't want to give him easy looks. He can definitely make you pay. And now with a guy like Fishburne at second, they're in danger of surrendering another run. There's only 1 out for Swarthmore. Cole in a little bit of a situation, not too bad just yet. That one fouled off. Good piece by Elliott.
Yeah, good job playing defense there. Just spoiling that pitch. It was a good pitch by Cole there. Hard fastball on the outside corner. Elliott just slapping it away, waiting for his.
Wanted to go back to our earlier topic. I think there's nothing more American than baseball and complaining about taxes. I think those things are deeply entrenched in the history of this country, from the bourgeoisie to the proletariat. Everybody loves baseball.
The bourgeoisie and the proletariat.
And complaining about taxes.
I tell you, Roy, I didn't do my reading for this assignment. I don't know if I can keep up with you here.
Not too familiar with the Marxist dialectic, Aiden?
Not exactly. Not as much as I'd like to be.
And that one fouled off by Elliott as we get back to what's important here, baseball, as the count is 2-2 on Connor Elliott. Fishburne still at second. That one over to third. Looking back is number 1, the third baseman, Casey Bulick, as he will keep Fishburne at second with that nice check. 2 outs now as Beaker up to bat.
Beaker, another one of those phenom freshmen, so we're going to hop at as well here in the 5-hole. Really hasn't shown any signs of being unwary and a young player coming up to the collegiate level, but we'll see if he can bring Fishburne in here. Oh, he hits
and
a
he
bomb.
hits that one far and foul. Good contact, though. Cole struggling a little bit here so far in this first inning. Only surrendered 1 run, though. Definitely not something you can't come back from.
Long game, Roy.
That one in there for a strike.
Looks to have found that slider breaking pitch there. Threw it back door to those lefties. That was a good one there.
Beaker, one of the, I believe, 2 lefties in the lineup. Levitt bats left as well, but throws right. Burnett actually at the bottom of the order, so 3 lefties. As a pitcher, how difficult is it to switch between that one inside, off the glove, and Cole really having trouble with his control here today. As I was saying, Aiden, as a former pitcher, how hard is it to kind of switch between right-handed and left-handed batters? How does that affect how a pitcher approaches an at-bat?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much of the mechanics of the pitching at all, but it's definitely the approach. So with guys like Beaker, it's been interesting just to see, as the first lefty up, or Levitt, of course, just with the bunt. But no, it's interesting. He goes with the breaking ball there again. It's gonna be interesting to see if he works the outside the corner with that fastball. He's looking to throw that backdoor slider as he did to Beaker and sat him down with right there. But so I would say the approach is definitely the biggest difference. We'll see how Cole works with that righty lefty difference coming forward.
And at the end of the first inning, Swarthmore takes advantage of some singles and a little bit of off-target pitching from Cole to score a run, heading into the top of the second. Swarthmore leading 1-0 over the Diplomats of Franklin and Marshall. Thanks for joining us here on the Garden Sports Network. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we're back here. Leading off the inning will be number 5, Jimmy Whalen, the designated hitter, as that one is a called strike by Groppe, getting that one in there. That one low for a ball. Groppe had a little bit of a slow start against Dickinson last week, and that doubleheader as Swarthmore fell. That one foul. Chasing it is Levitt. He dives but can't get to it as Whalen will live to see another pitch. Dickinson did a lot of damage with the long ball, having 3 home runs in 1 inning. Groppe seems to have recovered a little bit so far in this start. He looks a little more solid.
Yeah, I mean, this is, so here we are on a 1-2 count against a designated hitter. Groppe back last Saturday against Dickinson was falling into a lot of 3-ball counts, getting behind batters, a lot of hitters counts, and that's where he, really ran into a lot of trouble with not only getting into a high pitch count, but getting in situations where he had to throw, dead red fastballs that, those power hitters from Dickinson were sitting on. And obviously we saw it. He paid the price with the long ball. But, Now we're back to a full count. But, it's all about Groppy getting ahead early.
That one low and inside at the feet of Whalen. Here's the payoff pitch from Groppy. And that one lined right to Cole Beaker for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up the catcher, number 13, Danny Blugis. Blugis hitting 195 this year, 8 hits and 41 at-bats, 2 doubles. Had a bit of a struggle so far this year, fouling that one off the pole in the backstop. Blugis, however, has a little more success on the mound. He's got a 0.82 ERA in just 11 innings, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts. So a guy who does a little bit double duty. That one off the plate. Ball 1, count even, 1-1.
The Garnet have a couple of those players who do that two-way double duty. A couple freshmen, Cole Beaker up at first base also can pitch a little bit, and James Rutledge.
And that one high and easily under that is A.J. Liu for the second out. We're now at the 9-hitter Corey Hecht, the center fielder. Hecht batting .300 even in limited action, only 20 at-bats this year. He's got 6 hits and 9 runs, 1 extra base hit with a double. That one in there for a strike. Good job by Groppy here. 2 quick outs. Feeling a little more confident there on the mound today. That one a little bit inside. Yoshi trying to frame it for a strike. Some of the Garnet faithful not too happy with that call, but
yeah, I think that one was a little bit inside. But Groppy's got that good run on his fastball. Maybe we caught a little bit of that inside black of the plate. That one low.
2-1 on Hecht.
It's important for every pitcher, Roy, to get out to an early start and to get ahead of batters, but especially for Groppy. Groppy's got that devastating slider that he likes to throw behind in counts, and so when he can get into positions that are not like 3-1 here to the 9-hitter, that's where he's able to really throw that slider in different places. So
that one fouled off, out of play, going to be retrieved by Sam Liebrick, our resident ball chaser. Not a lot of pep in his steps so far this Saturday morning. Like to see a little bit more hustle from him. Count full now. Good job by Groppy to work back a little bit. After 3-1. That one over to Gruyan. Good job to get under that one on the line out. That will end the inning. Retiring the side in order, 7, 8, 9 hitters is Groppy. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning here at Clothier Field. Swarthmore holding on to a 1-0 lead. Let's see if we can do a little more damage here as we bring up, I believe it was Max Gruyan, another guy who's been hot. We'll be right back here on the Garnet Sports Network. And we're back here on the Garnet Sports Network for this baseball doubleheader. Swarthmore is going to play 2 against Franklin and Marshall. We're just a little bit under 2 innings through this one. Swarthmore with a 1-0 lead. Fishburne driving in A.J. Liu for that run earlier in the first. Leading off the inning will be the shortstop, Max Gruyan, a freshman from Texas, one of 5 freshmen, I believe, from Texas, along with Sawyer Lake and A.J. Liu, Alvin Lebetkin, and maybe one other. I'm not sure.
Jaron Schrock, the junior.
Yeah, he's a junior. Okay, that one is high to left field. Under that is Tyler Daly for the first out of the inning. Thought there was another freshman from Texas. Anyway, Matt Palmer now up to the plate. Palmer, a junior second baseman, steps into the box. One gone here. That one in there for a strike.
Cole looks like he's really found the location on that breaking pitch.
Good pitch in there from Cole.
Another there. Not for strike, though.
That one low.
Luckily for Palmer.
Another one low. That one also a little bit off the plate inside from this vantage point. 2-1 on Palmer. Good piece by Palmer. Singles it up the middle. And he'll go to first base as Kenji Yoshi looks to move him around. 1 out. Yoshi playing behind the plate today. Usually catches the first half of the doubleheader. Both F&M and Swarthmore looking to bounce back from Fridays that didn't quite go their way. That one in for a strike as Palmer goes. He is out at second, caught stealing as Swarthmore forfeits a base runner there. 2 outs.
Palmer out by a significant margin there, I would say. You know, a good pitch to go on. Breaking ball has more time, of course. Takes more time to get to the plate. Palmer not able to capitalize on that opportunity.
Swing and a miss by Yoshi. How would you rate that jump by Blue just there? Got a pretty good jump on him on the throw, or?
Yeah, I would say so. It was a good timing play there by Franklin and Marshall to get him out there.
So Swarthmore coming off an 8-5 loss to Muhlenberg. That resulted in a series split. F&M lost 9-0 to Ursinus yesterday. And they also split with the Bears. The Bears sitting at second place in the conference. Somewhat of a surprise so far this year after finishing last in the Centennial. That one a ball on Yoshi. Count evens up to 2-2. So both teams looking to recover from that. F&M 4-3-1 in conference. A little bit of rain here. Just a little
precipitation.
A light bit of rain. That one low. Now count is at 3-2.
A little bit of a cold day as well. We've been fairly privileged as of late, I would say, with as far as weather is concerned. A lot of sunny and blue days.
And the shortstop charging that one, Justin Kaveen. That's off his glove. I think from what it looked like, he was looking over to first. He thought the ball was in his glove. The ball was not in his glove, and he kind of anticipated making the throw before he had secured the ball. That one will be an E6 any day, as the 9-hitter Ryan Burnett will step up and try to make that one hurt the Diplomats. Yoshi leading off here. That one bunted by Burnett, and the throw is made in time. That will end the inning. Swarthmore still leads 1-0 after 2. We'll be right back here on the Garnet Sports Network. A little bit of rain is not going to stop us from playing baseball. And we're back. We're leading off with the leadoff hitter, Tyler Daly. Daly batting .462 with 30 hits and 65 at-bats. Takes a ball there. That would be that would lead the Centennial Conference, or rather, it would be second in the Centennial Conference, but he does not qualify with enough plate appearances. I think you have to have 2.5 per game, per team game played. That one popped up. Under it is Burnett as he gets that out. Good job to get the leadoff hitter, Daly. And Casey Bulick will step up now.
Bulick making that great play at third base to end the last half inning.
Getting a good jump on that bunt by Burnett. Burnett definitely a quick guy. Trying to catch the Diplomats off guard with a bunt in that situation. Takes that one for a strike. We'll have the second game of the doubleheader here on the Garnet Sports Network. I'll be solo for that one. That one off the plate in the dirt, 1-1 on Bulick. Always a pleasure to have another person on the commentary. Aiden, thanks for joining me here today in the booth.
Sure thing. Love it.
That one taken for another ball, 2-1, one gone here in the top of the third. Bases empty.
Groppe missing on a couple of those sliders there. Those are those ones that he wants to get working sort of early in the count. Really all through the count.
Another one popped up again to the center fielder, Burnett. Not a lot of work for him to get under that one. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Groppe working through the order pretty nicely. And it'll bring up Akabuchi. Akabuchi, 429 hitter. Can do a lot of damage in this lineup. 45 hits, 25 RBIs, and significantly 22 walks. Draws a lot of walks for the Diplomats in that 3 spot. That one taken for a strike.
So as you can see, Roy, second time through the order, Groppe really changing it up a little bit, throwing that first pitch, curveball for a strike, pitching backwards to, some of these meat of the order Diplomats like Yakabuchi that you were saying earlier have a lot of good back control and hit for high average.
That one off the plate for a ball. Count even at 1-1, 2 down. Top of the third. High for a ball. It's going to be 2-1. Swarthmore leading with 3 hits and 1 run. The Diplomats with only 1 hit. Both teams have an error on the day so far. That one called strike. Count evens at 2-2. That'll be crucial for the Garnet. Earlier in the year, they had a lot of fielding errors, a lot of miscues, kind of booting the ball around. That one popped up, going to be foul. Beaker cannot get that one as it goes out of play. Akabuchi will live to see another pitch. But Swarthmore, in addition to their offense improvement, I think their fielding has definitely improved a lot here as we've gotten into conference play. Those errors and those unearned runs can really kill you against teams that know how to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been great having number 22 Wesley Fishburne back in the hot corner there. He, won the Golden Glove Award his sophomore year. Ironically, had an error earlier today, but it's definitely calmed things down with a pretty freshman-heavy defensive front that the Garnet are fielding this year.
And that one is popped up by Akabuchi. And that's 3 outs for Burnett. 3 putouts for Burnett. A lot of work to do for him, but none of those were really very difficult, I would say. Pretty routine day at the office for Ryan Burnett in that inning. As we head into the bottom of the third, Swarthmore still leading 1-0. Groppe's done a good job so far, limiting the Diplomats to 1 hit. We'll take a brief intermission here, but we'll be right back for more baseball action.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped.
Leading off the inning for Swarthmore will be the leadoff hitter, A.J. Liu. Liu scored the only run of the game so far. He singled, got to second on a sac bunt by Levitt, and then scored from third on a single by Wes Fishburne. Let's see if the Garnet can replicate that feat. Put another one on the board, at least another one. And that's another single for A.J. Liu. Well hit past the glove of the shortstop as he stays hot. 2 for 2 on the day so far.
Liu's just he's just a hitter. He's got that quick short swing, able to just barrel up those balls and just drill them right back up the middle. Everything that you want out of a leadoff hitter, Roy.
And Charlie Levitt now at the plate. Levitt 0 for 0 today. Not credited with that bat for that successful sac bunt. We'll see what he does here. Shows bunt again. That one high and inside. Levitt backing away. Looks like he's showing bunt again.
Worked last time. If it ain't broke.
As Cole will try back to first to hold Liu. Worried about that base runner. Grounded to short, and there's a one and can't get the second, but he gets the lead runner out.
That bobble costed him right there. Levitt, one of the fastest players, if not the fastest player on this Swarthmore team. Never really going to get doubled off.
And the man with the RBI today comes into the batter's box. That's Wesley Fishburne. With Levitt on first and one out. Levitt basically replacing Liu on that play. Fielder's choice. In for strike one. Bit of a pitch out there. 1-1.
Midkiff does like to use sometimes that hit and run, or run and hit rather, sometimes, especially with some of his mean of the order hitters up. Fishburne probably being the primary one.
That one looked like it started way behind Fishburne. Broke inside, still for a ball. 2-1 on him. Throws over to first. Levitt leading the team in stolen bases. He's got 13. I believe that's also top 5 in the Centennial Conference. A guy who can really make you pay on the bases. That one inside, 3-1. Good patience from Fishburne here. So he gets ahead in the order. Waiting for a pitch he likes. Fouled off as Levitt goes. He'll have to go back to first. Count full. What pitch do you think we'll see here from Cole, Aiden?
I don't know. I mean, it's just, traditional, just fastball count, obviously with 3 balls on him. But Fishburne, the 3-hitter, already laced a single against Cole today. I wouldn't be surprised to see something off speed. Cole stays with the fastball. Fishburne early on it, but doing a good job of wasting those, hard inside fastballs that are tough to sort of turn around. Wesley, has those long arms, likes to be able to reach out in balls and really yank them down the left field line. So Cole's doing a good job pounding that inside half. That's where you could beat Fishburne.
And fouls another one off. Good fight from Fishburne as we see Levitt has to go back to first.
I think it's the 8th pitch of the at-bat here.
I believe you're right, yeah.
Fishburne really making Cole earn it there on the bump.
Cole shaking off his catcher. Get something he likes here. That one inside for a walk as Wes Fishburne gets a base on balls here.
It's a great approach from Fishburne there, knowing that he's not going to beat him with a fastball. He can sort of flick them away and just wait for his pitch. You know, that slider's had a little bit of control issues from Cole earlier today. So Fishburne really earned that walk there.
And now Connor Elliott will come to the plate. Got one out. Runners on first and second for Elliott. That one hit high into center field. And routine play. Levitt goes, and the speedy Levitt gets into third as Fishburne tries for second. He is safe.
Wow.
Good job by Fishburne to recognize that situation and get into second there. And the call is reversed, and that is an out. Yeah, I thought he was.
The throw definitely beat him there. I don't know. You know, it's hard to see in that cloud of dirt what happened exactly, but I would say that. Yeah. Okay, that was the other thing I was going to bring up. I believe that they called him out on Levitt leaving early from second on the tag. I was going to say it was a little bit of a quick jump.
Yeah, I was watching and I saw him off the bag, but I'll have to rewatch that one. But he definitely looked off the bag, and I thought the tag of Fishburne was also off. So at least one out happened there. We're going to have a quick break, but we'll be right back and go over some scoring here in just a second.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
I've discovered in myself, you know, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
Kawahara here leading off for the Diplomats. Groppe starting him off with a backdoor slider in for a strike. A nice pitch there from number 6.
That one in for a strike. 0-2 on Kawahara. That one in the dirt. Count now at 1-2. Looking back at that previous play. Levitt definitely left early, and Fishburne was probably out at second on the tag in any case, as the Diplomats escaped that inning. Batted to Grullon, backhands it, throws over to Beaker. Throw is in time, and he is out.
One of the few changeups we've seen from Groppe early in this game. Left that one in not a great place, honestly. You definitely do not want to leave that changeup high there, but didn't get punished on it. Work for an out.
And now that will bring up number 10, Justin Kaveen. Kaveen takes a first pitch strike. He is hitting .375 with 27 hits, 3 doubles and a home run, He's got 13 RBI on the year as he takes that one for a ball.
That pitch looked awful good to me, Roy. I don't know. Some of these pitches for both sides of the plate have a little suspect.
And that one grounded weakly to Fishburne as he throws over to Beaker for the second out of the inning. Now batting will be Reed Williams.
You never want to speak too soon, Roy, but it looks like Groppy's really settled into a groove after that, sort of tumultuous first inning, I would say. He's done a good job of sort of sawing off these Diplomat bats.
Groppy looked a little more like himself from last year. Pretty strong rookie campaign from him. Don't have his stats in front of me, but he was one of the regular starters along for the Garnet. Pretty good ERA from Groppy, a little bit higher this year. But we'll see if this outing can help him lower that, as that one is strike 2. Williams falling behind here early. So he takes 2 strikes. Swings that one back up the middle for a single. Good battle from Williams.
Needless to say, not where Groppy wanted to place that fastball. 0-2, normally he goes with that curveball, buries in the dirt to get a swing and miss. They're trying to throw a up and in fastball. Got way too much at the plate there.
So now we have a runner on first with 2 outs. And Jimmy Whalen, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. That one called a ball. That one inside, ball 2. Another ball from Groppy. And we'll probably see Whalen take a pitch here in a 3-0 count with a runner on first. That one low and inside, and that's a 4-ball walk issued to Jimmy Whalen. Still 2 outs. Now runners on first and second.
Groppy a little unhappy with some of the calls, it looked like, after that at bat. Those pitches I think were, low and inside, but Groppy showing a little bit of frustration maybe on the mound there.
He'll have a bit of a conference with pitching coach Dan Gosofsky and catcher Kenji Yoshi. See if he can get settled in a little bit here in the top of the 4th inning. Swarthmore holding on to a 1-0 lead, an RBI single by Wesley Fishburne in the first inning, which allowed A.J. Liu to score from third. Blugis stepping into the box for the second time in this game. Blugis, the catcher, looks like he splits time behind the plate. Not sure who will catch game 2 for the Diplomats, and he ropes that one to right center. Coming home will be Whalen. He'll score. Sliding into third Whalen slides into third. Scoring was Reed Williams, and just like that, we have a tie ball game with a runner on second and third off that single.
Groppy obviously frustrated from that because he had that, that guy that just came in at 0-2 and allowed the single. But interesting move from Burnett in center field, not going for the cutoff, but going all the way to third base to try to get the runner not suspected of being thrown out. And he definitely put a good throw on the ball, but hit him as he was diving into third.
In for a strike there. Apologize, need to update this graphic here. Runners on second and third. Still a very promising opportunity for F&M potentially, as that one is hit to left field for the sophomore Charlie Levitt, as that will end the inning. But F&M ties the ball game up in the top of the fourth with a run, doing a lot of damage with 2 outs there. Tough position to be in a pitcher. You just 1 out away, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. That's the difference between having that 1-0 lead and being tied up. Swarthmore having a little bit of a conference over there near their dugout, trying to regroup a little bit, come back out, get that lead right back. We'll see what they can do. We're going to take a little bit of a break, but we'll be back on the Garnet Sports Network.